Hello, I am L.NSlevin and welcome to my channel. If you are here, you've clearly got nothing else better to do today. But before we proceed, I would like you and appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe onto the video and subscribed obviously to the channel. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get weekly updates of whenever I post. So why have I created the channel? The main reason why I've created this channel was not to show my amazing editing skills because they don't exist. Not to obviously show off my voice because it's probably the most boring voice you'll ever find in your life. But it's mainly to show people that have lovers or spouses or people that just want to get into anime but they don't know which ones they want to watch. It's mainly just to entice them, to show them what anime is going to be there and what can be actually used and which one's better to actually watch. And I'm going to be targeting mainly the anime that's recently came out, so it's more modern and stuff, because let's face it, you have to be a veteran to watch the old anime. Even when you're watching Naruto and stuff, you watch the first one, it's an amazing series, amazing storyline, you get great connections with the characters, but it's not all there for everyone. It's not to everyone's tastes. So here's my top 10 anime that newcomers should end up watching, or maybe even just part-time anime watchers, and you've not seen any of them. I would 100% recommend these ones. In no particular order, let's get started, shall we? The first anime I'd like to get into is definitely Sailor Moon. I'm only joking, never ever watch Sailor Moon. If you do, you'll never get that time back. And I'm not personally stating that I ever have watched Sailor Moon. I'm just pointing out, just just making sure everyone's aware not to watch it. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to prevent you watching bad anime. That's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, moving forward, let's move. Cool. Moving forward onto the actual anime which I was going to talk about, that's My Hero Academia. It's an amazing anime, definitely recommend getting into it. You follow the protagonist of Katsuki Bakugo. What? It's not Katsuki Bakugo? You sure? It's Izuku Midoriya. You're sure? Really? Okay, apparently you follow the anime and it's Izuku Midoriya. Sorry, I do have fan favourites myself, but Katsuki Bakugo in it is probably one of my favourite characters in it because he's just such a lovable guy. Not full of hatred or anything, but definitely give it a watch. Definitely a 10 out of 10, and it's an amazing anime to get into. The second anime in the list that I'd like to bring to all your attentions would definitely be Demon Slayer. It's got a whole different style and a whole different tastes and textures of artwork that comes into it. The main character is called Tanjiro. You're going to have to actually bear with me on that one because I'm not 100% sure I'm pronouncing that one correct. However, he has an adorable little sister that's everyone's favourite, another fan favourite, and that's why you know the anime is going to be good, and her name's Nezuko. Absolutely amazing character. Dead funny, all about personality, and that's another thing that anime brings into it. You don't even need to speak to actually understand how the character's feeling, and the artwork in it is just phenomenal. Demon Slayer, definitely one of the top 10. Give it a watch. Another anime that I would like to recommend to everyone to ensure that everyone has it on the book, especially for beginners, is Magi. It's all about magic, it's all about the wonders of the world. Everyone knows Aladdin and has Aladdin stories, whether it's from Disney or from other places, but this shows a different style of how Aladdin adventures through the world and all the magic that comes with it. And it ends up having a spin-off as well onto Sinbad, which I'd like to get into a later video on how well Sinbad works as a spin-off from Magi, which was really good. And it just worked out and everything comes together. It's got full of wonders, full of mystery, full of magic. And did I say magic? Did I point magic out? Magic's near enough in every single one, so don't worry about it. And if I seem like I'm repetitive and I'm going over myself, it's because these anime are amazing. Why wouldn't you want to watch the anime? Just come on, just put them on! Sorry about stressing about that for you. I did kind of lose my cool a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. I do recommend Magi though as a serious anime to watch because it's fun, it's light, it's enjoyable, and the artwork's breathtaking. Another anime that is definitely on my list and definitely one of my top 10. It will always be my top 10. It'll always have a special place in my heart. It was 100% Ken Kaneki from Toyko Ghoul. You'll never find a better anime. It is, honest to God, it's got amazing artwork, it's got amazing fight scenes, and the contrast and the emotions that you get from actually watching it and feeling the connection from this shut-in, this easy guy that just wants to read books and find love and have a simple life, and then all of a sudden he gets pulled into this underworld, this shadow world with ghouls killing and murdering people. It's absolutely amazing. I'd give it 110%, and it would definitely be one of my favourite animes. Another one that should never be missed, it's called Konosuba. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, so you're all going to have to forgive me. However, it's amazing, full of laughs. When I first started watching this and I got 2 minutes into the actual episode, I was in stitches. It was hilarious. There's honest to God nothing more funnier than an isekai anime where a person, which is a shut-in, gets taken away and gets, killed or, dies off, and then he has to get transported to another world. And then out of nowhere, it's a new spin on it. Normally, the goddess would just give you like a nice little chat, and in the end, he ends up doing a massive thing, turns everything on its head, and it's just hilarious all the way through it. There's nothing too serious about the anime. It's just more of a laugh, and it's a great way to follow a protagonist and actually get used to the feel of watching anime. And the artwork is phenomenal. 100% give it a watch. Now this one's definitely not going to be miscounted. It's definitely an amazing anime. I cannot even stress this enough, especially for beginners. It's Wise Man's Grandchild. It is brilliant. You'll never find a good anime where it just starts off and it's a good way to get into isekai anime, which is where a protagonist gets pulled into another world or a dimension, and he starts off as a young boy with his memories from past life that's linked into this, linked into our time. That's what's amazing about it. Japanese, our time, and he's just overpowered. He's got amazing skills. He wants to learn. He wants to be adapted, and it just explores the imagination of your own mind as well as anything else. And the artwork is phenomenal. It's also got more laughs than anything else, and it is really hilarious when it comes down to it. And overall, he's just overpowered. So definitely 110% give this one a watch. Seven Deadly Sins would definitely be another anime that would be in my top 10. The reason why it would be in my top 10 would literally be because each individual character has their own personal backstory, and even better, they have their own personal growth. You don't really find that in many animes, and you don't really find it in every anime. The reason why it's so good and it's outstanding is because it says it in the name, Seven Deadly Sins. There's actually 7 of them, and they've done different types of sins, and their personalities link to the different types of sins of why they are who the way they are. And the more you learn about them, the more you watch the anime, you see them grow and you build a connection with them. You understand why and how they did what they did to become who they are. It's just an amazing anime. It gives you an amazing connection. The artwork's amazing, and it's light, it's funny, and it's just so well made and well created. Definitely give this one a watch. Assassination Classroom. It entails the kids that have actually been labelled as nothing, the ruffians, the ones that have got issues in life and the personal issues, or they're just not that intelligent when it comes to studying and academics, is that they can excel in different subjects, different fields. Granted, this one's assassination, however, it's full of comedy, full of amazing issues that happen. I mean, my favourite person, or my favourite character, would definitely be Professor Bitch, is the way to put it. It's amazing. Definitely give it a watch. Moving on, the next anime I'd like to recommend is probably got the biggest hype at the moment, as it's very, very new, very, very 2020. It's called Tower of God. It is probably one of the most phenomenal anime at the moment. It's got so much hype behind it. Everyone's loving it. It's going to be a very long anime. It's going to actually digress and it's going to keep progressing forward. We can see this having multiple seasons, definitely over 300 and plus episodes. However, don't worry about that now, because if you just get into it as a beginner, it's only 7 to 8 episodes in, or as the time this video was actually created, it's only that far into it. I don't know when you're going to see this video. I don't know when you're going to actually view it. But I would 100% recommend watching Tower of God. The artwork's phenomenal. It's definitely a different style of artwork as well, but it still brings in that same beauty that is always needed. And it's just an amazing anime. The whole thing works together and it's all contrasted perfectly. I have saved this one till last. It's called Attack on Titan. It's definitely one of the darkest anime that's out there at the moment. It's very modern, very new. More seasons are still continuously coming out. It's an amazing anime. You follow a strong protagonist called Eren. He is one of my favourite protagonists out there. He powers for everything. He wants to make sure he's the best, and without spoiling the story, it's a very, very dark anime to watch. A lot of brutalness in it. less comedy, less comedian side, not like the lighter stuff that I've already shown you and gone through it. This is literally more in the lines of, if the people which are watching the video don't believe that anime is for mature users and don't believe that you've got to have a strong will to watch the anime, shall we say, definitely put this one on and test your mind and test your will and tell me, and put it in the comments as well after you've watched Attack on Titan. You tell me that that's not traumatized you a little bit. I guarantee you it will definitely traumatize you. Just a slad, like just a little bit, even just a little bit, it will definitely traumatize you just a tad. And it's amazing though. Overall, definitely something to watch. 10 out of 10 anime, and I'd give it my full best views. Well, that wraps everything up then. All 10 anime that you should watch if you're a beginner. Perfect for you. And if you're a disbeliever, you can also watch Attack on Titan like I've just mentioned. Leave a like and subscribe onto the YouTube channel. It would be very helpful and great way to get me started. And I'd appreciate it. And I'll get another video out as soon as possible if you've liked the content anyway. Thank you very much and have a lovely day. And stay safe, everyone.